Welcome back to our channel. If you love unbelievable talent, emotional moments, and performances that leave the entire world speechless, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into one of the most extraordinary moments ever seen on a talent show stage. This is the story of what happened when a Filipino stepped onto the America's Got Talent stage, and began singing Elvis Presley in a way no one expected. Even Simon Cowell couldn't believe what he was hearing. It all began with a quiet walk onto the stage. The lights were bright, the audience was buzzing, and the judges were waiting for another performance, not realizing that something unforgettable was about to happen. Out came a young Filipino singer named Daniel, dressed simply, almost modestly, as if he didn't fully understand the storm he was about to create. He introduced himself softly, his voice shy yet warm. Simon leaned forward, curious. Heidi smiled. Sophia gave an encouraging nod. The anticipation grew. When Simon asked him what he was going to sing, Daniel replied, "I'm singing an Elvis song." A slight wave of surprise spread across the judges' table. Singing Elvis Presley is no small task. Many try, few truly capture the spirit. And even fewer dare to attempt it on one of the biggest stages in the world. The music started slowly, just a soft guitar humming through the speakers. Daniel closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and for a moment, the whole theater seemed to hold its breath with him. Then, it happened. His voice came out rich, deep, soulful, a voice no one expected from someone so young. The first note alone made the audience gasp. Heidi's eyes widened instantly. Sophia covered her mouth. But Simon froze. Daniel didn't just sing an Elvis song. He channeled Elvis. Every vibrato, every emotional drop, every rise in strength, it was as if the king himself had returned for a moment through this young Filipino singer. Yet it wasn't imitation. There was something uniquely his, something heartfelt, something that made the room feel every word. The camera cut to the audience, and you could see people already tearing up. A woman in the front row held her hand to her chest. A man blinked rapidly to hold back tears. It wasn't just nostalgia, it was pure connection. Daniel wasn't performing. He was telling a story through his voice. As the chorus hit, he poured everything into the mic, his memories of listening to Elvis with his father, the struggles of growing up in a small community in the Philippines, and the dream of standing on a stage like this. You could feel his entire life in every note. His voice cracked just slightly at one point, not from weakness, but from emotion. Somehow that single moment made the performance even more powerful. Simon leaned back, stunned. It takes a lot to shake Simon Cowell, but this performance did it. His eyes softened. His posture changed. It was the look he gets when he realizes someone is not just good, but special. Then came the final note. A long, beautifully sustained note that wrapped through the theater like a ribbon of emotion. When it ended, the room exploded. The audience was on its feet instantly. Cheers, screams, applause, everything all at once. People were crying openly. Heidi stood up clapping above her head. Sophia shouted, "Wow!" And Simon, for a moment, he didn't move. He just smiled slowly, shaking his head in disbelief. Daniel looked overwhelmed, his hands shaking slightly as he took in the reaction. This wasn't just applause. It was love. It was validation. It was the moment every singer dreams of. Simon finally leaned forward into his microphone and said, "I did not expect that. That was unbelievable." His voice carried a mix of awe and respect. "You didn't just sing Elvis. You honored him. And you did it in your own way. This is one of the best auditions we have had in a long, long time." The audience roared again. Daniel covered his face, trying not to cry. Heidi added, "You have a gift. Your voice touches the heart." Sophia chimed in, "This is why we love this show, surprises like you." Even Howie, who was unusually quiet during the performance, finally spoke, "You brought Elvis back. And you brought yourself forward. That is incredible." Then it happened, the moment that turned this audition from great into legendary. Simon stood up. The audience gasped. Simon never stands unless something truly moves him. He looked at Daniel, nodded once, and pressed the golden buzzer. Gold confetti burst into the air as the audience screamed louder than ever. Daniel fell to his knees, overwhelmed by the moment. Simon walked to the stage and said softly, "You earned this. The world needs to hear you." And that was the moment a Filipino singer singing Elvis didn't just shock the judges, he touched millions. His performance spread like wildfire across the internet, reaching every corner of the world. People shared it not just because of the voice, but because of the heart behind it. Thank you for watching. If you want more emotional stories, legendary performances, and moments that restore your faith in raw talent, make sure to subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, keep believing in the power of dreams, because moments like this prove that anything is possible.